Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Monday Memo. Now, a lot's being made by employers and organisations about having, say, the right personality types on their teams in order to be successful. And I sort of disagree to some point on this one because I think as finance professionals anyway, we need team members with diverse personality types in order to be successful. However, I still believe we might be able to group those personality types into maybe three main areas. And let's see if you think that you're in any one of those or you see similar yourselves. And the first area I look at, or the first personality type, is I call it the technician. So as this name implies, these people, they love technical work, getting into the weeds on things, performing reconciliations, ensuring journal details are correct, have the appropriate backup, performing audits, compliance checks against the accepted standards. That's the type of work they enjoy doing. And that's the whole point of technicians. They're doers. They live in the present. They focus on working through tasks one at a time in a sequential order. And there was one famous group of technicians I worked with, and they were very proud of this, but they worked in something called the cave, or they called it the cave. And they weren't seen much around the business, but they still performed a very important task, ensuring that numbers were transacted the way we wanted them to be. So then I think some of us could probably identify quite easily that type in our organisations, in our finance teams. The other type then are the controllers. These, on the other hand, they strive for order. They enjoy trying to establish end-to-end processes and systems and introducing pragmatic controls to guide the business forward. They like to conduct budgets and develop financial plans because that gives them a sense of control, allows them to drive the business areas they support towards specific results. And they like reporting on that performance and conducting variance analysis against plans to understand why the business isn't performing as intended and perhaps some sort of opportunities to ensure they can get back on track. Now, these controller types, they tend to be a bit more visible than the technicians, and they are only visible to the extent that they're seeking answers for questions that they have. And then finally, the entrepreneur type is the last personality type I want to talk about, and perhaps they're the rarest that we find in finance, but even given their rarity, they're probably the most highly visible of all the other personality types because they want to move away from control and order towards a bit more chaos, which is where they thrive. They've a broad bird's eye view across the whole organisation. They work in a strong grasp of their commercials, their relative position externally in the marketplace. So they've got that external focus as well. They are comfortable working off numbers or qualitative indicators. They don't expect everything to be quantifiable, but expect it to be measurable to some degree. And they have a keen understanding of what has to happen to drive outcomes and results and a sense of urgency to get there, which might mean they sometimes bounce up and have conflict or frustration with the other personality types. Although on the other hand, they realise that to be successful, they need everyone to move together in the team. So they also have excellent communication skills to instill within the other personalities the want to actually move forward and drive the business forward together towards the best outcomes. And this is the whole thing about the personality types. I want them to be diverse because I don't think one individual personality type in finance survives for long. Imagine how successful a technician's going to be if the business model suddenly moves on or moves on over time and their checklists aren't as accurate anymore or as appropriate anymore to make sure that things are being processed in the right way. Or a controller who's basing their variance analysis off of maybe poor insights that are coming from the entrepreneurial types or incorrect numbers from poor checklists or out-of-date checklists that the technicians are using. So, it's absolutely crucial in finance and for us to remain relevant as accounting and finance teams that we have all these personality types performing to their best and helping drive the business towards successful outcomes. So I'd love to know, what personality type are you? And that's why we bring guest mentors onto the Strength in the Numbers show, is to help you peer over the fence as to all the various personality types out there, what's worked well, what could perhaps have worked better, where the guest mentors share their hard-won stories and deconstruct the actions they've taken that have helped then become more, say, influential in the work that they do within their organizations, but have also helped them derive meaning from their careers by being involved in solving the most important problems that they have in their areas. So look, hope you really enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and check us out on all the various major platforms. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud and YouTube. And until next week, take care of yourselves and let's keep on building our strength in the numbers.